Hey guys, sorry this video is going up a couple days late. I've had some computer problems. Luckily, that seems to all have resolved itself now. So this is just going to be a quick video this week. Just really want to talk about the stuff that we addressed on Monday in regards to like what the literature review is and what kind of work you'll actually be doing. Now, as I said on Monday, basically our goal for the next few weeks is to start to do some research about a topic in your discourse community that you're interested in. So one of the things that I've asked you to do so far is to brainstorm some topics, to develop some research questions. Now, we addressed these quickly in class, but if you're still having problems figuring out how to move forward with your research question, I've put this guide under the week 3 folder. And what this does is it kind of walks you through what a research question should be and how to develop one on your own and how to kind of make sure that it's going to do the right things for you. The most important things that you need to know about moving into this project is we're going into this research without any kind of argument in mind. So in a sense, I want you guys to maintain the same kind of curiosity that you've maintained throughout projects 1 and 2. In a sense, rather than going in with a desire to make an argument about a particular point in your field, we are going to just try to learn more about what people in your field are saying about a topic that interests you. And so to do this, we use a research questions. This is all stuff we covered in Monday. This is just a quick recap. So essentially, what a research question should be is it should be focused, it should be feasible in that you're not trying to tackle, this gigantic question like how do we improve healthcare or something like that. And instead, you should be focusing in on like particular aspects of those kind of larger questions. And so, for example, instead of saying like how do we improve healthcare, you could focus on like how does taking away premiums affect lower income families, things like that. Again, what we're looking at is just one small piece of the giant puzzle that you might be interested in. And so what that'll do is that'll allow you to find more focused resources. So in a sense, if you just plugged in how do we improve healthcare, you're going to find a lot of different people talking about a lot of different things. And what you'll see is that they're all coming at these questions from various ways that don't really overlap in any way that we could really address in literature review. But if you focus in on a particular part of that topic, so like subsidies or lower income families or things like that, you're going to see a lot of sources that are all dealing with this same one specific issue and offering various opinions about it. And that's really what we're looking for. We're looking for the conversation around a specific issue. And so to develop a question like that, you need to have a topic in mind. You need to think like, okay, is this feasible? Or what part of this topic am I interested in? Or why am I interested in this topic? And start to ask some questions about it. And so your questions should be feasible, they should be focused, and they should not be able to be answered with like a yes or no, with like a yes or no answer, I guess. And so instead of saying like, do subsidies help lower income families? Yes. Ask a more nuanced question that would allow you to kind of find a variety of different answers to that. And so once you have your research question, what you'll do is you'll use our library resources and the databases and the catalog and things like that to go in and start to see what comes up. So you'll plug your research question in, you'll use the keywords, and you'll start to track some sources that you see. And so in a sense, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be pulling out a series of resources that are all dealing with this topic and just introducing them to your reader, giving us some broad strokes, main points, and then really discussing or pointing out how they overlap or respond to or are in conversation with each other. So that at the end of your project, what you'll have is a nice document that shows your reader, here are how 6 or 7 people are talking about this topic. In a sense, giving your reader an opportunity to listen into the conversation. Okay, so that's what a literature review is, and that's what it does. Now, to do this, we're going to work through a couple smaller steps. Things like looking for a launch text. Things like we're going to be doing an annotated bibliography soon. But the first little step that we have is this blog 5, this information visualization. So if you click on this, what you'll see is that we're looking for we're just going to start to kind of visualize how your sources fit together. And so if you found 2 sources, if you found 3 sources so far, if you found 4, whatever it is, I want you to start to think about how you see those sources in conversation with each other. How do they overlap, or how are they each approaching this topic? And so you'll create a map, essentially, like a word cloud or something like that helps you kind of visualize this. Now we can take a look at this link right here that'll give you some examples of what I'm talking about. And so you'll be doing something like this. So essentially you might have your major topic written right here. So it could be like healthcare. You'd have, author number 1, author number 2, author number 3, author number 4. And then under each one of those authors, you'll have their main idea, their main argument. And so essentially what this does is this helps you really easily and really quickly understand how each source comes at this topic. And by visualizing it this way, it might seem weird, it might seem kind of arbitrary at this point, but by doing this, it'll help you write a better essay because you will be able to group sources together in your essay that are most in conversation with each other. So what I mean by that is you might have 7 sources, 2 of which are really focused on one aspect of your question, 2 of which are really focused on the other, so on and so forth. So instead of trying to lump all 7 together, you can do these little subcategories like we saw in the sample. And so by doing this visual design, you'll be able to see that more easily. And so all I'm looking for is you can do it on Word, you can do it on Microsoft Paint, you can even draw it by hand and take a picture of it, I don't care. Just some way that shows me that you're starting to lay out all these sources or starting to think about them. Okay. So the other thing that I really want to quickly cover for today is this Ignite presentation, this presentation component of the project. And so if you come over here into our Project 3 folder, you'll see down here there is a Group 3B presentation folder. If you click on that, it'll give you a rundown of what this is. Now essentially what Project 3B is that it is a 5-minute presentation where you talk about the research that you've come up so far. Now some things to note here. You are not presenting like an argument. You are not expected to present all of your sources. You are not expected to have all of your research even done yet. This is very much work in progress stuff. So in other words, I'm asking you essentially to talk for 5 minutes about some of the things that you found. So introducing your sources, introducing your topic, talking about why you're interested, and then giving us a rundown of some of the sources that you found. That's all we're looking for. And to do this, what you'll do is you'll make a PowerPoint presentation with 20 slides, and each slide should be about 15 seconds, essentially. So 20 slides, 15 seconds, 5 minutes. Now the reason we do this as kind of like an Ignite presentation is because it forces you to be quick, it forces you to be concise, and it forces you to just kind of give us the broad strokes, the same kind of things that you'll be doing in your literature review. And so what I want you to do is I want you to watch the video that I posted right here. The video that I posted will just give you a sense of what we're looking for. Now on Monday what I'll do is I'll bring in an example of a really successful PowerPoint presentation that a student used last semester. We'll talk about it and you'll get a good sense of how you can complete yours, how we'll be presenting these things and all that. But for now, just take a look at the video and the assignment prompt for 3B. Okay, if you do have any questions or concerns, I am all ears. Feel free to contact me and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If not, I will see you guys on Monday.